Welcome to the Dansports.tips baseball preview for the 8th of April. We had a pretty good night last night. Obviously, the main lines came in on all three games. Baltimore winning 4-2. Miami got the job done for us as well, and then the Cubbies won big late on. So the numbers are looking a bit better now, back into some profit on the season. There's a few games to look at today, full slate, but not a lot that I really felt strongly about. So let's move on to today's slate. I'm going to take the Cleveland Indians on a run line against the Chicago White Sox. Salazar didn't get the pitch against Boston last night because of the weather. He will go tonight against the White Sox against John Danks. John Danks is struggling, let's put it this way. His ERA is consistently over 4. Playing Cleveland the last 3 years, his record jumps to 1-5 with a 5.89 ERA. He failed to win in any of his 4 starts against Cleveland last year. While I got my concerns about Cleveland and whether or not they've got the offense to score enough runs this season, tonight against Danks it looks a favourable matchup for them. And much as it hurts me to say it, I think my White Sox could be in trouble tonight. So we'll have a play on Cleveland for the first game of the day. The second game I'm going to look at is the Boston Red Sox, who, as I said in the last game preview, didn't play last night against Cleveland because of the weather. They travel to Toronto today to face the Blue Jays, who could be missing American League MVP Josh Donaldson, depending on how bad the injury actually is. However, they do have Marcus Stroman on the hill. He's been excellent throughout his career at Rogers Centre. I believe he's only got 2 defeats in his career at Rogers Centre. These Blue Jays can hit. Even if Donaldson doesn't play, they'll still have Tulowitzki. They'll still have Bautista. They'll still have Edwin Encarnacion. There shouldn't be a problem with offence for them. Joe Kelly is a man of 2 half seasons last year. He was awful the first half. He was very good the second half. Which one's going to turn up? Well, that is the question. He does have a 5.52 ERA against this Blue Jays team in 5 starts. Donaldson in particular has good numbers against him, so we'd kind of like Donaldson to turn up tonight. But I think the Jays are worthy of a play tonight. In a key divisional matchup, the Dodgers travel to San Francisco to meet the Giants for the first time this year. Both teams come into the game 3-1. Matt Cain will take the hill for the Giants. He has struggled against the Dodgers his last 5 starts. He's got a 5.27 ERA. Obviously, he hasn't featured much the last couple of years because of the injuries. Now, the Dodgers are leading the league at the moment in runs scored as well. So you have to fancy that they're going to put some runs on the board. That said, the Giants are tied second right behind them for runs scored after their opening series. The Dodgers tonight will be sending Ross Stripling to the mound, and he's been promoted. He skipped AAA. He's missed the minor league level. He pitched in AA last year with a reasonable sort of around 3.5 ERA. However, I'm not keen on wanting to take the Dodgers with a pitcher I know very little about, who's making such a big jump. The runs line in this game for over/under is 8, so I think we'll have a decent play on over 8 runs in this game, with 2 offenses that look in good touch and a pitching matchup where both pitchers have got question marks over them. Final game I'm going to look at today is the Los Angeles Angels. This is another divisional matchup. The Angels against the Texas Rangers. Now, Matt Shoemaker will make a start tonight for the Angels. He's 5-0 against Texas for a career, which, let's be honest, is not a bad number at all. I do obviously have my little worries about the Angels and their offense. I think they haven't got enough support around Mike Trout. It's impossible to know what AJ Griffin's going to give you, who's going to take the hill for the first time in 2 years in the major leagues tonight for the Texas Rangers. He's had serious injury problems the last 2 years. I liked him as a pitcher in Oakland when he was there, but you just can't possibly know what you're going to get out of him. And with Schumacher's strong history against this Rangers team, then it's one of those that I'd much rather be on the Angels side in this game. There were a few other games that I took a look at. I toyed with the Mets and DeGrom, but to be honest, I wasn't quite. The price was too short for me to want to get involved. I also looked at the Pirates, who probably will beat the Reds tonight, but again, pricing issues. Did toy with playing the Braves to get the win against Jaime Garcia and the Cardinals as well, and obviously the Astros were one I looked at, and the Cubs. The Cubs were fairly obvious, but again, didn't feel that the price was much value, so we're just going to leave it at those games. Let's hope we have another good day tonight. See you all tomorrow. Play ball.